tonight we have a couple more people left to give us their little jokes. We have a very special one next. Special in a couple different ways, you might say. But as a matter of fact, the club does owe him a lot because, believe it or not, as strong and big as this club is, at one point several years ago, they only had about 5 people or 4 or 7 or something crazy like that. And there was a very real possibility that it would disappear. And this is actually the 7th oldest club in the world. That's why it's called San Diego 7. It has been around literally since the 1930s. So there's a lot of history to this group and this club that you are in right now. But somebody called this guy and asked him, hey dude, I need you to come back because the club is dying and we need all the people that we can get. It is really important. Can you please come back? And he said something like, I will come back, but I want people to be allowed to say what they mean, how they mean it. And because he pushed for this change, that's how San Diego 7 ended up being what we call an adult club. So all this craziness is largely thanks to him. He's the culprit. And we wouldn't be what we are without him. It's a very special kind of club with very special people, and it's all because of him again. But I'm really making him sound a lot nicer than he is, because when you think about it, he's really a huge smartass. He has that written all over his face. That's the first thing I thought about him the first time I met him, even though I hadn't really talked to him. He just gives that vibe. And they're actually, these stories, apparently half the club's membership has puked at his house at one point or another, so he's the wild type. He likes to throw parties, and if you want shit to get crazy, all you have to say is his name and he comes up and the craziness begins. So ladies and gentlemen, I give you Bob Dietrich.
Give it up for Arturo. You know him best for the signs posted on the border just before you cross. So tonight's a special night, not because we're roasting Damarys Alicea, but because we don't have to hear her stumble and stammer through her speech for 5 to 7 minutes. I can't believe I'm included in this group of subpar comedians and like the Special Olympics of comedy. There hasn't been a band of losers like this assembled since the last Trump rally. First we got Gina Thompson. Where is Gina at? Gina's over there. For those of you who don't know Gina Thompson, don't worry, neither does anyone else. Mike McNaughton's here. Where's Mike? There he is. Mike's the only guy to ever mistake Megan's List for a dating website. See, his girlfriend's laughing. You guys met there, didn't you? Now Maria's here as well. You know Maria best from the Chef Order decants. Delayed, I know. And Eric Linder's here. Eric is a pillar of the club, and by a pillar I mean he's fucking old and falling apart. Eric is also a leader in Toastmasters, and by leader I mean he pushes women and children out of the way. But Eric's a fun guy though. For Halloween he puts a large dildo in his pants and calls it his pointer. Under that is his disappointer. Where's Nick Kotowski? Is Nick here? There he is. Nick's claim to fame was winning a fortune in poker, which is perfect because his speeches are usually a royal flush. Hey, someone tell Tony you forgot his little brother. Christoph's here. Christoph. Has anyone noticed that Chris has been getting getting grumpier in his old age. Someone said we should start calling him Pissed Off. Christoph was born in Asia. If you've ever seen him drive. And Christoph speaks 5 languages, none of which anyone can understand. Chris Hamill's here. What can I say about Chris Hamill? No, that's a serious question. There's literally nothing interesting about Chris Hamill. Chris Hamill is to comedy what Mark Hamill is to comedy. Mark Hamill, start with there. So, did you know Chris Hamill's a big fan of hamburgers, Slater's 50-50, Five Guys, Habit Burger? Go figure, I'm the guy that came down with diabetes. Chris has a problem, though. He thinks that Asperger's is a restaurant. Yes, it's true. Chris loves hamburgers. In fact, Chris has dumped more condiments on buns than Charlie Sheen. What? Alberto's here. There he is, Alberto Alvarado.
That's Alfredo, man.
Whatever. There's a reason his initials are AA. It stands for ass acne. In fact, it's so bad NASA uses his ass as an interstellar star map to find new planets. Hey Alberto, they just found Uranus. Shotty's not here, but you saw his roast, right? If you ever heard any of Shotty's speeches, you'd know how he got his name. But boy, does he like to party. Shotty's taken more drugs than Prince. He's more toxic than Flint, Michigan. But tonight, we're here for the lady of the evening. And the reason I say that is on account of she dresses like a hooker. That's right, I'm talking about Damarys Alicea. So I wanted to do some research to find out where the hell Damarys is from. So I checked Ancestry.com, which said she was an alien and sent me to Alberto's ass. All joking aside, though, Damarys is an alien. We all know her because she's on that sign on the freeway pulling 2 kids across. But seriously, Damarys has a huge heart. And she needs it too in order to pump blood through that enormous brain of hers. Huge. Huge brain. And Damarys is beautiful too, don't you think? Yeah. Big hair, the hoop earrings, so the critters have something to jump through. Did you ever notice she's always wearing heels? Because with a booty like that, you have to have something to keep you upright. That or a stick. But overall, she's a pretty snappy dresser. Very colorful too. She reminds me of a Tijuana hotel room. Right, Alberto? And Damarys loves her tequila. In this country, we call it an alcoholic. In her country, it's a registered voter. Word of warning though, don't go drinking with Damarys. She'll order you something she calls the Cosby. It's a roofie with the Viagra mixed with vodka. At her age, it's the only way she can get laid. Right, Eric? Or don't tell me! And Damarys knows herself best as the queen of table topics. Everyone else knows her as a night off from Toastmasters. Seriously, Damarys' table topics are the best. And if you don't believe me, just ask her. Personally, I find your table topics to be creative, but they usually leave me feeling confused and unsatisfied. Like being a district officer. John Berman's wedding night. Gina's icebreaker. I was going to say Eric's, but it's too long ago. Sorry. And I don't want to say Damarys' table topics are confusing, but she's asked to organize the Republican convention this July. All right. I asked Damarys to be the struggling club chair this year. I thought she'd be good at it because she's always struggling in our club. But seriously, Damarys, you're going to be missed. I'm sad you're leaving, but wherever you go, I hope you land on your feet. Make sure you're wearing those heels so you can land straight up and down and don't fall over. Congratulations.